right now, I do want to have the opportunity and the privilege. And by the way, this handsome guy right here, another OG, stand up OG. This is my chairman of the board. I love him to death. He's the chairman of the board for the California Black Chamber. But together we have the honor of having a very distinguished guest with us this morning. And I can't say enough. There's a lot of things that you see, a lot of hype and everything, and I'm sure that when you see people, you don't really believe they're real because they're so big and so bigger than life. But the one thing I can assure you is this is a real individual. When I mean real individual, I mean real person, down-to-earth brother, sister. He's not excited about himself because he understands that we as a community are we only as good as our weakest link. So I'm not impressed with your Mercedes or your Benz or your Beamer because there's somebody that needs help, and until we help those people, then collectively we haven't achieved. But this young man had the attitude to persevere, to move through, change, but at the end of the day, the one thing that I'm most excited about is the fact that he's an entrepreneur. And with that, I'd like to introduce to you a dynamic young man, Mr. Magic Earvin Johnson. Give him some love, guys. Give him some love. Give him some love.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Have a seat, have a seat. And now stand back up. Everybody stand up. Let's go. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. You gotta make sure you're ready. All right, sit back down. First of all, thank Mr. Stone. And God is so good. And what a blessing it is to be here this morning. And I want to thank the California Black Chamber of Commerce. Let's give it up for them for you being here. That's really important. I want to thank my great partners at Southern California Edison for the invitation. And so I really appreciate that. Okay, now, are we ready? We got our pads out. We got our ears and ready. We got our eyes ready, because the problem with our people is when information comes and when it's time to get educated, we don't absorb it. See? So right now is the time, because I was once you. 6 sisters, 3 brothers, 3-room house, sleeping on top of each other, 2 pair of pants to wear to school, 3 shirts, holes in my tennis shoes when I went to school, had the Kool-Aid but not the sugar. I may have been poor, but my dreams were not poor. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I knew, I was praying that I was going to be here. First dream, make it to the NBA. Second dream, be an entrepreneur. Did I accomplish both? Yes. I can't hear you, young people. Yes. I was poor, but I didn't have poor dreams. Now, why did I make it? Because my work ethic was off the chart. All right now. I listened to everybody who was older than me, had more experience than me. So I was absorbing everything. If you was a businessman or woman and you want to talk to me, I was listening and writing it down. When I saw 2 black men in Lansing, Michigan, who were owning buildings, man, that got me saying, what? We can own buildings now? So now my dream became bigger because I saw somebody do it. I could feel it, touch it, see it. And what you're doing today, you're looking at a man who is doing it. I'm not talking words. I'm not telling you, oh, dream, maybe you can do it. No, I'm telling you, you can do it. Because I'm from the hood too. Okay? I'm from the hood too. So, every experience that you have is going to help you become a better businesswoman or businessman. My paper route that I used to have prepared me for today. The first job I had at a convenience store prepared me for today. Why? Because I was the best paper route dude. Bam, 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 bam. See? When they talked about Earvin, I wanted them to say, he's the best paper route boy I've ever seen in my life. So what am I telling you right now? You got to take pride in everything you do. So the first job, the second job, the fifth job, the 10th job, you got to be the best. And then see and watch everything and ask questions. Stay late, get there early. Uh-oh, wait a minute, what did I say? What? Young people, what? I didn't say come 20 minutes late, did I? So make sure, and write this down, get a mentor. Important. And that mentor is sitting either on your block. I'm not talking about somebody you idolizing on TV that you probably would never meet. There's a local business person in your community who's been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years. That's what I chose. Greg Eaton and Joe Ferguson, who was right in my hometown of Lansing, Michigan. And the guys I talk about owning the buildings, that was them too. So get somebody you know. Or if you're in a business, hey, how did you get started? Or hey, how did you start your salon? Or barbershop, or whatever business that they own. So you can start incorporating that into your own game plan. Information is the key for us. Education is the key for us. So take advantage, just like today. This is really important for you. Take advantage of this. Everything they ask you to do, make sure you do it. So here I am, right? Had on the little hot pants with the Lakers, doing my thing, coming down. Because, I love to come down and shake and bake. Whether throwing it this way, that way, this way. So I had to decide, what am I going to do after basketball? First thing I decided to do was to invest in my own people, in my own community. See? Now, my teammates on the bus said, "You're not going to be no businessman." The haters came right from the Laker team. My friend said, "No way you can be a businessman," that I grew up with, that I went to school with. Oh, you can dribble that little round ball, but you can't go from that court to the boardroom. So I got happy. Because when somebody say I can't, oh, it's on. It's on then, see? Because I got to show them that I can't. Now, how many of you got friends that told you, no way? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Because everybody tell you that you can do this. You have got to believe in yourself. That's number one. I believe in me. So what I did was I studied and I did a lot of research. That's the first thing I did. I decided I wanted to invest in urban America. How many minorities are there? How many African Americans in this country? How many in the city of Los Angeles? Because that's going to be important to you. Then write this down. How many in a 3 to 5 mile radius of your business? How much per household do they make? Because you can look all that up. Why is that important? Because that's going to go to the success of your business. Where's your nearest competition? What do they have? And then that will help you decide what you got to have that's different from them. Because why are they going to come to your business? Very important. And then your business plan has got to be tight. Make no mistake about it, it's got to be a solid business plan. And then let somebody critique that business plan. Don't get your ego involved. If somebody say, oh, you got to tighten this up, or it's got to be better here, better there. Don't get upset. Take the notes. Try to make it better. So I never let my ego get involved. And then last but not least, make sure there's a business there in what you're trying to get into. Because a lot of times it's my dream, oh, I always wanted to own a hair salon. Well, maybe it's not a good business. Or I want to have a fried chicken place. Well, maybe it's not a good business. See, I never get into anything that I love. And there's no business there. It has to be a business there. A lot of times we start something because we love it. And then we put in, oh, I'm going to make my business all pink. Well, everybody don't like pink. So is it about you or about the business? See, it's about making money. So, here I am from the hood, first person ever outside of Starbucks to own Starbucks. From the hood. They said, no way it's going to work. That's a headline in the paper. Starbucks making a mistake, magic, no way it's going to work. We built 105 Starbucks stores. This is what you should be clapping about. They said it wasn't going to work. My per caps were $4.59. That means how much ticket per person comes, how much you spend per ticket. His per caps were $4.51. It wouldn't work in the urban community. They said, no way they'll pay $3, $4 for a cup of coffee, African Americans and Latinos. Yes, we will. We just don't eat scones. We don't quite know. You know, sock-it-to-me cake, pound cake, sweet potato pie. So when I took the scones out and put that in, my per caps went like this. Now, what did that just tell you? I know what? I know my what? One more time. I know my customer. And I deliver to them what they want. Write that down. You got to know your customer. Who are you speaking to? You got to talk to that customer every single day. Your building or whatever it is got to be clean. If it's in retail, quick serve business. If it's not in that, you still got to speak to them every day. And your brand, you got to grow that brand. And then you got to protect that brand. Because your brand is everything. Why do you think McDonald's and Coke and Disney, they protect what? The brand. So you want your company to become a brand. So people know you. What's your name, sweetheart?
Asha?
Asha. I'm going to Asha's place. Girl, at Asha's place, they got it going on. I get good customer service. The food is hot and fresh. When I come in the door, I feel good. I'm going to pass by 20 restaurants to get to Asha's place because I get everything I want. That's what it's all about. I deliver on that every single day. So, make no mistake about it. Business is great, and owning your own business, wow, what a blessing. I walk in the door every day, I got a big smile on my face. I don't sleep that much. I used to sit outside my Fridays, I got a Fridays in LA, and a Starbucks sitting next door to each other. Shoot, I used to drive up there at 5, but we didn't open till 6. I used to watch everybody go in and out. I just sit in my car. Write this down. You got to bring passion to your job. And I want you to write this down. The money will not wake you up in the morning. The passion and love for what you do will wake you up in the morning. And so they give me a sign, but I got to open it up for some questions. And then here I am. I own the Lakers. I just sold the Lakers stock, made a lot of money. I sold Starbucks back. And write this down. Always have an exit strategy. Write that down because that's important. Exit strategy. You know, don't fall in love with nothing because it should always be for sale. No, that's important. Always have an exit plan because when the man knocked on my door and said, I want to buy the Lakers for all this money, I said, here you go. So that's important. You know, because I'm going to always be a Laker. I don't have to own the Lakers. And then God, right, brought me that. I exit, then God brought me the Dodgers. Right? Here I am, right? I'm not playing around, young people. See, I don't want to be nothing but a business person. They say, oh, I want to put you in a movie. No. You can have your own TV show. No. I'm doing business. That's what I love to do. I want to see it from the beginning to this. You got to get your hands dirty. Don't tell me about hiring a marketing person. You become your own marketing person. When I go to church in Los Angeles, I'm outside saying, Starbucks open. My Friday's open. You market your own business. When you first start, you got to be everything. The cashier, sweeping the floors, doing the windows. Everything you got to do, because the one thing you got to understand is you can't put out a lot of capital on starting a startup business. It kills you. So you got to do and wear multiple hats. And if you're afraid to do that, you're in the wrong business. You know, you got to go work somewhere else, corporate America, whatever. Because you got to do everything. And then last but not least, don't hire your family. Unless they have expertise. Write that down. You got to have expertise. I don't care, you love your sister. I love mine. I love all my mom, dad, all my 6 sisters, and my 3 brothers. I love them all. But I pay them to stay away. Here's your check. You don't have to come in. The number one thing that brings black businesses down is capital, expertise, technology, and then hiring the wrong